Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvette Quale. I like to create craft tutorials for beadwork, junk journaling, paper crafting, and more. I also like to do completed journal flip throughs and shares and a bunch of other stuff that I enjoy. So in today's video, I'm going to do a complete flip through of the Big Sister. This is set number 3 that I've made of the Boho Sister journals. This is the Big Sister, this is the Little Sister. I did a complete video on the Little Sister. So for those of you who haven't seen that video, I'll try to remember to link it in the description box. But we'll go ahead and look at this just real briefly. So as you may or may not recall, I got inspired to do this by a book by Amy Butler, who is a fabric artist. And I found a book in a thrift store called Midwest Modern, which is her book showing how to use all of her beautiful fabrics in your home. So I thought it would make a really fun journal. Then I got home and I realized as I was going through my fabric to find a piece of fabric for it that this blue fabric in my stash is an Amy Butler fabric. So I was like, how great is that, right? So I had that. I also had this orange fabric here on this journal, which was another designer named Jennifer Bailey. And I thought that it went really well with the kind of overall theme. So I went ahead and went with that. So I did a complete flip through of this journal in a prior video. So I hope you guys check that out. And then let's go ahead and look at the Big Sister today. So get this over here. All right, so here we are. The outside, like I said, has the Amy Butler fabric. I went ahead and did my beaded trim all the way around the outside like I did on the little one with the same colors, and I brought in a little bit more of the blue and a little bit more of the copper so that it was a little different. And then on the side here I have a charm that has a wax seal that I made into this double charm here. Let me take this off so you guys can check that out. And like I said in a prior video, I would love to do a tutorial on this if you think that's something you'd like to try. So just made a little charm there, and then I connected that to a triple charm here just to add a little bit more. So down the spine I have this beautiful piece of silk trim, and then on the back it's just the fabric. So sometimes when you have a beautiful piece of fabric, you don't want to cover it up with a bunch of stuff on the front. So it's a simple lace tie here to finish it off. And I put that out of the way. Move my bulb pin so it doesn't get stuck in anything. All right, so let me raise this up here a little bit, hopefully. All right, there we go. So like I said, I didn't do much with the cover, as you can tell. And then here's the first page, a little spot up here where you can write "This journal belongs to." And this is botanical. It's got a little bit of boho. It's got a lot of Amy's photos from her book. And this is, I had a tutorial on this. It's gesso and lightweight spackle that I used to stencil with. So I just layered that up on some book page, went ahead and made a journal card out of that. This is a little booklet that opens up and has a couple of handmade papers for a journal spot there. Those just tuck into this pocket here. This beautiful piece here is a swap. So is the little flower. And, well, yep, that's it. All right. And I did a couple page tabs on here. Didn't put a lot of beads on them. I thought about it, but they kind of get caught in the side of the trim, so I didn't want to do that. So this is an Edith Holden book page that I cut an image out of. This is from Amy's book. Went ahead and just made that into a journal card. Layered this with some washi tape on the paper. And then this is a tuck spot here. This comes out like this and opens up. Move this over so you can see. Opens up into a journal spot. And then that just tucks back in there. And again, this is from Amy's book. And then here's some washi tape. Another image from her book. This is a slide out here. Just made a spot there. And this is a belly band. This is an image from the book. This was Happy Mail. Image from the book here. So let's just say if I don't say it's from the book, you can assume that it's from the book, okay? And this was out of a gardening book, just cut that out. And this flips open. Tucks in the top there. Little fabric. This was also Happy Mail. Journal cards here. And then these are blank for the recipient to use however they would like to throughout the book. So thought those were fun to just tuck in there. This was Happy Mail. Just a card there. So sometimes simple is what you need, right? And I love how the botanical theme goes with the boho and with the sort of gypsy that I got going on here. Again, just journal cards there. Some dyed paper here that I got in a Happy Mail. So this, I put some washi tape on it. I folded the image over the page, and then this opens up. And it has a journal spot here with handmade paper, and then I just left this because I really like these images. Someone could take, you know, if you didn't want bread in your picture, you could just put a picture there, you know, like a photo, or another piece of tea dyed paper or something like that, and make a journal spot. But I just like the way that that kind of looked there. And then this is a tuck spot over here. These are just paper clipped together. A little bit of decoration on the back for journaling. This is another gesso and lightweight spackle piece, and then I just cut that out and tuck these in to use however the recipient would like to. This is a little page, so I made a little tuck spot here. Again, this was Happy Mail. And this I used, I went to a sale and I found this. They had them for 50 cents. Nouveau embellishment mousse. I'd never heard of it, didn't know what it was. So I experimented with it a little bit. Went ahead and put it on there with this little knife. And I think it kind of gives a nice little metallic sheen. I like that. Another little washi tape there for you to use how you'd like in the journal. And then here's a pocket here. Just a beautiful image. Some fabric of hers on the back. This is Happy Mail. I did a swap with someone. So here's a paint color card that I altered into a journal card and put one of the butterflies on the top there, and just made it into a journal card on the back. I kind of like soulful blue, kind of went with the theme, so I just left that there. And this is an upper tuck spot here, and another paint chip there, image from the book, and then some of the hand-dyed paper on the back. And this is also from the book. We'll put a little sari silk on there for a trim. And I left some pages blank so that you can put on there whatever you like. This is a pocket here, side pocket. And I just have a couple of different things on there. Those all tuck right back in there. And a pocket on the back. These just are, again, something you can use. That paper clip is actually part of the photo, so I thought that was cool. And you can just use those how you like. Little side pocket there. These lamps made out of her fabric I thought were great, so I just cut it out to the shape of it. Did a little stenciling on there. Again, this is handmade paper that I swapped with someone. Journal spot there. So I just took the page that came out to about here, tucked it up, put a little image on it, and then I made a pocket on the back side. So those all just tuck in. and it's attached over here to the page. So when I tuck these in the back, they just stay in there, and that page, it's kind of like a pocket on a jean. This image here, we just fold that up, and you have a journal spot up here on the top. Move this down so you can see. Up here on the top, and a journal spot down that's covered with the image from the book. And this is from a garden page, and I just took a piece of the book with the fabric. I thought that was enough. Just a pretty image of some of her fabric. And then this is an actual piece of fabric that I found in a red button to go on there, so I thought that was nice. And again, just a couple pieces to use. However, this was Happy Mail. Again, Happy Mail here. This is an image from a garden book, backed with some of the fabric pattern there. This was Happy Mail, and the back is painted. I put a little piece of Amy's fabric on there, not fabric, but image of her fabric, and then I decorated up the front and just collaged it up. Again, just a couple pieces of botanicals to be used, however, in the journal. Got an Edith Holden here, a little piece of Edith Holden, and a little, this is a greeting card. I just lined that on the back with some handmade paper, hand-dyed paper. Again, Happy Mail and a little library card there. So yeah, it's just got a little bit of everything. Here's a wax seal that I made, and this just flips over the page. So as you can see here, this comes off like this. You can journal on it, and then it just slides back over the page. This is a piece of handmade paper that I made a few years ago, and try to remember how I made it, right? You ever do that? So there's a image there. This has a piece that just tucks in on the back side. There we go. Layered up here. Again, this is just tucked in there. And this is images from the book. And this is loose. There's nothing on the back of it. It's just a book page with some gesso and the spackle on there to use, however. And again, a couple images. Isn't that pretty? Love it. So yeah, I have a few more images from the book, which I'll probably use in future boho journals, but this one is particularly, focused on those images. So again, this is all just from her book. And I have a little booklet here that I made. This opens up into a journal spot, and this flips up into a spot there. Again, this is Happy Mail handmade flowers. And then I just went ahead and put these all together and attached them with a paper clip to the page. So if this doesn't go successfully, I'll fix that in a moment. On the back here, I have a pocket that was Happy Mail, and I put these little spots on there for journaling. And then there's journal cards inside there as well. This is actually an old postcard. So that's in there, and an image from the book. Some lace tea-dyed or coffee-dyed paper from Happy Mail. Again, from Happy Mail. Layering everything, right? And this is a journal spot, and then this just slides out. It's just a piece of the handmade paper there. We have a double pocket over here with some images on there, journal spots, and they just slide down in here. So I just cut out the circles, half circles, and then glued down the middle, so I have two separate pockets so they didn't slide around in there too much. And one was wider than the other, so got to get them in the right spots, I guess. All right, and there we go. This was a copy of some handmade paper from a Happy Mail, and then these flowers were Happy Mail, and I just stuck a sticker on there as well. So just layered this up with some pieces from the book, scrap pieces, you know, and put a little flower there. This is a sari silk flower, and just a whole bunch of images from the book to use however throughout the journal. Another gesso card there, made into a journal card. So for some of you who are new to junk journaling, if you don't like the glossiness that you see on a page, I left it on here because this is boho, so you've got to have a little bling. But you could sand that with sandpaper, or you could put gesso on it and that'll kind of dull it down as well, but it kind of leaves the white on there. So if you just sand it with, I usually use like 320 grit or 400 sandpaper, and just lightly scuff sand that, it'll dull it down for you. So that didn't sound very nice. It'll make it a dull surface. There we go. Dull it down, you know. So anyway, here's another journal card that I made. Sometimes when I make my videos, I'm by myself. Sometimes I crack myself up. But you guys can't see that. You just hear the paper, right? And this is an envelope, and then I just put this image on there cut out from a book, so it becomes a little decorative page. And then these are just pieces again to use however in the journal. And I have a little belly band here and just a couple of cut out botanicals. So I left a lot of interaction, you know, kind of, you can do what you want. And here's another beautiful piece of paper that I got in Happy Mail, and a couple more images just to put in the book however. So that's kind of what that is. This was a piece off of a table runner, and it's you know, hand embroidered, so I just put that on there. I got my little emblem here so y'all know who made it. And that's that journal. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, thumbs up, do all that good stuff for me. And I hope you catch me in the next video. I hope to get a video showing how to make the seed packets that I've been working on, the DIY seed packets. So that is my next goal, is to finish that. I'll show you some of those here. I did show these in a prior video, but here they are. And they're just handmade seed packets, a little bit of Edith Holden book page on there, and an image. And then inside I'll put some journal cards. So like, comment, let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys are doing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.